This is episode 144. Today, I am talking about how to use AI for wellness. Welcome to Wellness in Every Season, the podcast where we explore the rich tapestry of wellness in all of its forms. I'm your host, Autumn Carter, a certified life coach turned wellness coach, as well as a certified parenting coach dedicated to empowering others to rediscover their identity in their current season of life. My goal is to help you thrive both as an individual and as a parent. I am a wellness coach, Autumn Carter, and the AI has many amazing uses. It also has some very real and frustrating limitations. So I'll start with an example. Like I said, I'm a wellness coach. Now that my kids are back in school, it is the real time right now for me. It's September 4th at 3 p.m. My youngest is going to be waking up any minute. And this is my first week that I have had all four of my kids in school. My youngest is going to preschool 5 days a week for 3 hours, which is amazing to have that space. It still doesn't feel like enough to put in my wellness, my needs, as well as the needs of my coaching practice and my podcast and everything else that I have going on. I have several different things going on. So one thing that I was using AI for yesterday is for my phone. I have an iPhone and it has automations built into it. I'm sure Android does as well. I have not had an Android in 12 years, so been a while. I was using ChatGPT specifically to make this automation work so I would not even have to touch my phone in the morning at the magical time of 5:30 when I want to be awake. I'm slowly going to make that earlier. Eventually I'll get to 5. But without touching my phone, a meditation that I pre-recorded that is already on my podcast, it's the morning meditation, plays automatically, or as the techie people say, dramatically. And it was so frustrating to get that to work. And I was working at it, using tons of hours that I didn't want to be spending to make this work. Ended up having to go back in and switch the formatting on my computer. And while I was at it, I created another meditation that my coach created for me. So put those together. Hers is more visualization, so they went together really well. I got so frustrated. Started to be snappy at my kids. You all know how that goes. And finally asked my very techie husband, please fix this. I don't know what's wrong. I wish you would have asked me how you could help. When you came home and saw I was frustrated and said you just waited for you to figure it out. Anyway, he spent several hours working on it, several hours less than I did as well. And it worked so great this morning. There are a few things that need to be tweaked, but yay. And that is using my husband who knows how to write computer code. And I don't know that he even used AI. So it's the idea that there are limitations, but I can show you how it works. So let's take a minute before we really go into this, because talking about AI yesterday is making me build up some frustration and negative feelings. So it's not just for me, I'll do it for you too. Especially talking about summer. I don't know how many of you had your kids underfoot this summer, but it can be a lot dealing with all the fights. And we all have different hard things that are going on in our lives, trials, frustrating things, areas of friction. So let's work on this right now. So if you're a moment of time where you can take a pause or come back to this later, that's fine. I always want to include meditations because I don't know any podcasts that do, as well as having the rest of the show. And I want this to be your space where you can feel like you can pause and reflect and feel rejuvenated. So if you feel like you can do that now, let's do it. Go ahead and we'll start with my favorite. We'll start with the body scan. Go ahead and start at your head. And if you can, put your hands here. This is my favorite acupuncture spot. So just help ground yourself in that way and help you get into a different area of your brain. Maybe this helps you get into the higher thinking area. It does for me. It's also the area that I hold a lot of tension. So go ahead and scan through your whole head, front, back, ears, eyes. Release any tension that's there. If it's still sticking around, it's okay. It'll come later. And then go to your neck. I always have a lot of tension in this area since my car accident last October. And then shoulders, go through to your arms. Maybe you have some in your hands. All of us who are busy on our phones and on our computers, let's meet up at our chest. Right, the top of the sternum, all through here. And scan through this area. For me, I hold a lot of tension on my sides. And scan your back. And scan all the way through. Let's meet at our stomach area, right above the hips. And then scan through that area, the front and the back. Just think about it, how all of those muscles wrap around your spine. Scan through all of that. Your hips, your thighs, your pelvis, on down your legs to your knees, and then through to your ankles. And then let's go ahead and go to your feet. Toes, arches, lack of arches. Are there any areas that are holding on, that need a breath? If you do, go ahead and take a breath in, deep breath, and sigh it out. Do that as many times as you need. You can even take that big inhale and make your shoulders really tight around your ears. And then, whew, and let your shoulders drop down. That's one of my favorite ones to do. If you feel like you need some movement, like to shake it out, add some somatics to that. Now I'm going to ask the question, what is causing you friction right now? Okay, and here's something that I just learned from a video that I watched from Jeffrey Allen, where he talks about geometric shapes. Now, this kind of goes with the chakras. Imagine a point right above your head, 3 feet or less. And now imagine your head connected to that point. And then imagine that same point, the same distance on your left side and your right side. And that's connected to your body. And it's also connected to that point above. He calls this geometric shapes. Now envision that same distance beneath your feet. And then connect those lines. And then imagine that directly in front of you. He said it's as if you're holding a flower in front of you. So it's there. And then that same distance behind you, and connect those. So this is your vessel, your space. Now, any stress that you're having, that friction that you just came up with, imagine that same shape, but smaller in front of you. And then just put that in there. You can think of it in the therapy world as containers. You're putting your negative emotions, your whatever's too big to handle in that container. It's kind of that same idea. That's how I correlated it, at least. So go ahead and put that there. Is there anything else? Does it need its own container? And just keep track of where you have it so you can come back to it. And I'm happy to link his videos. If I forget to, email me. Autumn at wellnessinEverySeason.com, and I'll get you the link. Really fun. Okay. Now, is there anything else you need in this moment to allow you to focus on what we're going to be talking about? Is there anything else that you need? Okay. Let's get started. All right. I already feel grounded from that, and then it's raining right outside, a little bit of thunder. Feels great. I love the rain. I was born when it was raining. My name's Autumn. Has to be the kind of weather I like, right? Not all the time, though. Anyway. Hi, I hope you are enjoying this show, and I just want to take a quick minute to share with you two things that are going on in the background that I'm very excited to announce. The first one is that if you are interested in experiencing any of these healing modalities that the guests that I'm interviewing or that even I'm speaking on during my solo episodes, I am now offering that chance. And let me show you how to get there. If you go to my website, you go to wellnessinEverySeason.com/listener wellness guest. Here, this is an automation that starts through my newsletter. Here, you are putting in your first name and your email address and 3 different things that you are interested in, and you are welcome to explain a little bit more after that, and then you hit apply. Right now, this is your chance to take something that feels just so out there, and it sounds great if you work with that person, and bringing this into, I have needs right now. How can I have them met? This sounds amazing what this person is talking about, but I want to see this actually happen with one of my peers that has something similar. This is your opportunity to have that happen. So, wellnessinEverySeason.com/listener wellness guest is how you get here. From here, there are 3 people chosen at random. There's the first guest, and if they say no or their scheduling doesn't work out, it goes to the second guest. Same thing, and then it goes to the third guest. So it's randomized who's chosen. You want this. The second thing that I have to announce is that I'm now offering sponsorships. So this is so people can have ads like this one in my podcast. They can also have ads in my newsletter. And there are very different tiers that you can be in for this. If you know a business that wants this, here's interest form for this, and it's wellnessinEverySeason.com/podcast/podcast sponsor. And you can find this easily on my homepage too, so don't worry about getting that right. And the point of this is so you get deals from aligned wellness branded companies, and so that I can offer sliding scale coaching. We all know people who need coaching so badly, who are so ready to put in the work, but they don't have the finances to go along with it for whatever reason in life. This allows me to offer more coaching to people in that category by having people sponsor. Gets you deals, gets me the opportunity to work with more people who can't afford it. So those are my 2 things, and I'll let you get back to the show. Love you so much, and happy healing and happy wellness. Let's talk about wellness. What areas of your life feel out of balance? Do they not feel well, whole? If you want, I can give you the 8 dimensions of wellness really quick, 'cause I love that it gives you a quick roadmap or guide. It's right here. I know you can't really see that very well on the poster board behind me, so I will tell them to you. There's intellectual, there's environmental, and you can think immediately around you. You can think your workspace, your home, you can think your community, you can go as far out as you want. I would start smaller for this: financial, spiritual, professional, social, emotional, and physical. And if you think about them a lot, they overlap. They're supposed to. So, what feels out of balance for you? Or what is coming to mind that would help you feel more aligned to your goals or would fill your cup with the idea that you want to be filling your cup so much that it is overflowing and you're able to put the things that are overflowing your cup into other people's cup, into your business, career, other aspects of your life so that it naturally overflows. And have you noticed as a parent when you are shorter with people in your family or that you are not able to focus as much? It's because you're not taking care of yourself. So, one thing that I'm really optimizing, if you haven't come up with anything yet, is sleep. And that's part of doing this automation in the morning is it helps me get out of bed with my ADHD. I have a harder time getting out of bed in the morning when I want to. And now that this automation is done, I'm going to be doing one for the evening. Yay, my husband already knows about it. But yay, he gets to help me with it. So, what is something that you can put into place? Let's start with that question. Now, what you can do, especially if you're not tech savvy, is go to AI for that. Or is there an easy app for that? So, it's the idea that we can use technology for this. And going back into my soapbox here for this is you can use AI for your different wellness goals. Absolutely. In fact, when I coach people, I still go to AI for the automation part of things. I have these ideas that as a wellness coach make it neurodivergent friendly in this way for them. So maybe bullet points or different colors or whatever. And I absolutely use AI in my business. I use AI, like I just explained to you with the automation. I use AI for my own wellness, but I want to be certain. I want you to be certain that you are not using it as the end all be all. Because what happened yesterday, it feels like it goes from one computer to another and it has a different personality partway through. I don't know if any of you have experienced that. You have to know exactly what you want and how to word things to get exactly what you want. It doesn't have the logical human brain of saying, "Oh, I understand what you mean emotionally. Oh, I think you might actually mean this." It does not give you that. So know that you are going to be getting exactly what you're asking for as long as you have the wording correct. I've used it for optimizing my sleep. I've used it for making sure that the vitamins that I want to take are third party tested, have good reviews. I use it as a robust search engine. And that is absolutely what I recommend doing when you're looking into using AI to increase your well being. And you can use it towards what are really good programs. So here's one that I used for somebody who I was signing on and coaching, finding out that this person thought they had autism and ADHD. So I used AI to help me find a course so that I could better understand autism. And that helped me towards her wellness goals. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea. I have also used it for taking all of my thoughts and putting it all together. And like I said, I have ADHD. So I have used it as a here's all of my scattered thoughts and put them together and put them in order. Okay, what's the order that I should do this in? Welcome. Are you craving moments that nourish both your soul and family amidst the blur of daily tasks? I understand that desire for a life that brings peace, balance, and joy, not just endless to-dos. That's why I created a range of programs at Wellness in Every Season to help you transform daily routines into meaningful experiences. Recently, I've launched a variety of offerings designed for busy, budget-conscious individuals. some free and others starting at just $7. Many can be completed in a few minutes or hours, while others dive deeper into exploring your dreams, desires, and unique strengths. These programs focus on practical self-care, creating equity in your home, and building trust with yourself. Imagine stepping into your day with confidence and ease, feeling supported by a community on a similar path. Whether you're looking to reclaim time, pursue your dream job, or simply find joy in the little moments, there's something here for you. All resources are available on demand at wellnessinEverySeason.com. You can also book private coaching sessions for more personalized support on your journey. Right after my car accident, I was looking for different stretches that I could do for my neck outside of what my chiropractor recommended. I was looking for pain relief that wasn't medicine. So it recommended an oil that I could put on my neck, and it made a huge difference. And then a different oil and cream for my neck. So I put those on at different times of the day. And to help me fall asleep, because my neck was waking me up in the middle of the night, it recommended a spray for my pillowcase that I love and I still use for my kids that has lavender and vanilla in it. It's also recommended when I should do certain things and when I should not, so that I'm not overlapping things, such as different face products. I've also used it for optimizing my workout routine. There are lots of ways that you can use AI, and I recommend experimenting with them. It can be so fun. It can be frustrating too, like yesterday for me, but there are other days where I have a lot of fun and I start to have an aha moment. And if somebody is not easily available to talk to, I will talk to AI and say, okay, I'm thinking this. Does this work? Okay, now help me put this in, frame this as a question for whoever I'm then going to be talking to, whether it's my spouse, my coach, my child. So there is a way of using AI to supplement and optimize, and there's a way of trying to use it as a crutch. So I'd really recommend playing around with it and making sure that you're not using it as a crutch, because if you do, chances are you're going to be in trouble with the next update that comes out, because it might break whatever part you're using for a crutch. So I hope that also makes sense. I also love using AI for it's in a lot of apps nowadays, and it is in my bed. I have a sleep number, and I have my own sleep coach in there, and it will recommend this is what time you should wake up based off of different things. It has this window of when I'm in a lighter sleep, when I'm not, and I find that very helpful for waking up. I have a smart scale that can check my body composition, and there's AI written into the actual program part of that. So it's really fun to be able to see, okay, how is my age in relation to my body health compared to my actual age and different things like that. So I recommend, if it is incorporated in something that you're already doing or can easily do that, go for it. If you are needing more help than that, schedule a session with me. I am happy to do a couple of free wellness coaching sessions, and we can really talk through what goals do you have, what do you want to do, what do you want to optimize, and I can help you dig deeper. If you want to go past that, we can do coaching sessions. If you don't, and that's all you need, that's great. I love coaching people, and I love seeing people make changes that are profound. That is really where my heart is the profound changes. If it's going to be a simple change, sure, I'll help you, no problem. If it's going to be a profound change, let's dig in together and really get into it. And that lights me up, is seeing somebody change so fundamentally that they're not the same person and that it creates this ripple effect throughout the rest of their life. If you would love to join the conversation, continue the conversation, go ahead and comment below. What do you use AI for in terms of your wellness? And we can start to get ideas off of each other. I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. I am your host, Autumn Carter, a certified life coach dedicated to empowering individuals to rediscover their identity, find balance amidst chaos, strengthen relationships, and pursue their dreams. My goal is to help people thrive in every aspect of their lives. I hope today's discussion inspired you and offered valuable insights. Stay engaged with our wellness community by signing up for my newsletter at wellnessineveryseason.com/free resources. When you join, you'll have the option to receive a 5-day guide called Awaken and Unwind. 5 days to mastering your mornings and evenings, along with free guides, special offers on my programs, practical tips, personal stories, and much more, all related to wellness, by signing up for both offers on the page. Don't miss out on these valuable resources designed to help you thrive in every area of wellness. Join today and start your journey to wellness in every season. Your shares, subscriptions, and reviews help us reach more people seeking empowerment. So please spread the word about our podcast and about our newsletter. Thank you for being a part of our podcast community. I look forward to continuing our conversation, sharing stories, and exploring wellness in all of its aspects. Take care until our next episode. You can also work with me one-on-one or on demand through one of my programs by visiting wellnessineveryseason.com/programs. One last thing to cover the show legally, I am a certified life coach giving general advice. So think of this more as a self-help book. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed therapist, so this podcast shouldn't be taken as a replacement for professional guidance from a doctor or therapist. If you want personal one-on-one coaching from a certified life and parenting coach, go to my website, wellnessineveryseason.com. That's where you can get personalized coaching from me for you. See you in next week's episode.